Yeah!
Professional boys.
Good boy. Oh, yeah.
Crack up. There we go. 2 athletes. That's it. Alright, you're done. You're good, dude.
Two staples of the EFC in the last decade. Right out of the gate, here comes the Gladiator going after those legs.
Yeah, Chipfumbu right at the leg kick. Sindile replies one of his own, so looking low on his feet. Thinks about the side kick on the switch. Thinks better of it. Both guys bouncing high on their feet. Nice leg kick checked by Sindile, the hero of Kwazakeli Township in Kabeja. The gladiator from Gweru, Sylvester Chipfumbu, looking in absolutely fantastic shape. Tries to catch the leg kick, does Sindile, and comes with an overhand right.
They're really going after those legs, both men, targeting the legs, trying to slow the other one down. I mean, it's one of those deals where Manengela, Chipfumbu, you can almost confuse them for each other. You know what I mean? Like, they've had very similar careers. They've been very up and down, but for the most part up. And always a tough out for anybody that's gone up against them. And, you know, they've both been in international waters, spent some time with UAE Warriors, Pancrase, just great athletes.
Yeah, and I think that Pancrase match did a lot of good for Sylvester, beating Imad Bouamri out in Tokyo. Really got his confidence back after that loss of his belt to Cam Simon, who then vacated it, going to the UFC. So it's a very different Sindile Manengela. I think when it comes onto the feet, I think their kickboxing is pretty equal. If it goes down to the canvas, that's where I'll be interested. The continuing growth of the wrestling in Sylvester Chipfumbu against the high-level BJJ of Pesva from Sindile Manengela. That will be interesting stylistically if it goes down to the mat. But at the moment, it's Chipfumbu planting his feet in the center, just pouring out that left jab. Manengela looking for a way into the pocket. Body click just glancing off.
Kind of reminisce, Simon, on just some of the wars that we've seen from both of these guys, just bloodbaths and just back and forth, fight of the nights, time and time again. Just great what both these men have contributed to the EFC over the years. And I'm excited to say that I saw a lot of those in person, and both men, man, they deserve all the praise in the world.
Well, I don't think it's confirmed whether or not the winner of this fight gets the bantamweight contendership. Oh, which would be a shot against Nkazima Lazuli, who's fighting for the flyweight title in March. So if this is for #1 contendership in the bantamweight division of 135 pounds, then we're going to have to wait a little bit longer. So a lot of permutations between these two champions here tonight. Sindile comes in with a massive
working
swarm.
on, here comes Sindile springing forward. You know, the explosiveness of Sindile, that's something that's relatively new, man. He's worked on that with his striking. He's always had a great ground game, a great wrestling game. Does Sindile, of course, coming from PESFA, learning under Chris Bright. You know, you have to have the BJJ. You have to have that ground game, and he's always had that. But the striking has definitely come along over the years.
Well, Barry Duncan told me that the fight camp for Sindile in Port Elizabeth has been brutal. That's the one word he summed it up with, absolutely brutal. I mean, I've been to PESFA in Kabeja, and I've seen the camps they put Sindile in when he fought Cam. The camp they had with Lutando Biko with Shorty, and those were pretty rough. But Barry says this particular fight camp was brutal for Sindile, and that's why they expect him to come and take the victory away. But then, conversely, Sylvester Chipfumbu working with Corvus, working with Devin Cronje in that growing gym here in Johannesburg, always puts the work in, always leaves nothing left in the cage on every single training session. They're both in the middle with both right crosses. Sindile goes down, he's coming forward.
There we go.
Trying to drop down to the level with Sylvester.
Chipfumbu drops down, and now using his clinch, which is something that Sindile knows very well. Is, you know, both these men extremely strong for their size. Sindile has just a little bit more of that strength, that upper body strength. Very muscular fighter, but Chipfumbu certainly hanging in there, to say the least. This has been great back and forth action, but I think Chipfumbu usually wins these battles in the clinch. But But Manengela's right there. My gosh, look at the flurry. Look at the knees. Oh, baby.
Wow, huge repeated knees from inside the clinch from Chipfumbu. In reply, as he got off the fence and he switches and gets the takedown.
Here we go. Man, I'm ready for another round of this. I'm ready for 2 more rounds. This has been a lot of fun. Straight down the middle comes Chipfumbu. You got to be careful. You got to be careful throwing out something and not committing to it, because Chipfumbu will make you pay with the counters.
Yeah, he does, and it's got a lot of power on it. Coming into that first round with a lot of intent. He's got his fingers outstretched. They're both pouring out their lead hands. A lot of fingers open there from Sylvester, but nothing.
This is interesting. Let's take a look at these odds. Wow. Manengela, big time underdog. I don't see it that way. I think this thing's really tight still.
Good body kick from Sindile, a nice combination in reply from Sylvester, but nothing landed. Pouring out that lead hand again. The left high roundhouse blocked from Sindile. This fight is on a knife edge. It can really turn either way at the moment, Cyrus. Both fighters' eyes are out on stalks, as it's Sylvester Chipfumbu just waving that hand in the face of Sindile Manengela. 30% having no problem with it at the moment. Directly in the field of vision of Manengela as far as he's concerned. There's a bit of a swelling in the right eye of Sylvester Chipfumbu now. They're starting to cause a little problems. His eyes shutting up just a little bit.
Manengela taking the center of the hexagon here, but here comes Chipfumbu. He is hard to hold off. Just keeps pushing the pace. Oh, man, slicing at that leg of Sindile Manengela. This is the type of action that we love here in the EFC, just super competitive action. We saw it earlier tonight as well with that incredible bout between Tapiwa Kanti and Steven Gonsalves.
The beautiful question mark kick from Sindile Manengela. He got it up and a real delicious movement. Absolutely beautiful, very Luke Rockhold kind of style with his question mark kick, Manengela. I haven't seen much of that from him before. Didn't significantly land anything though. As Chipfumbu tries to come forward. Still light on his feet though is Manengela. Looking for the counters. Nice leg kick from the Eastern Cape lad. Closing the distance.
Moving forward here is Manengela getting aggressive. They are just back and forth with this.
Switching stances is Chipfumbu. Using that left hand as a rangefinder. Again, it's Sylvester. Sindile coming with a knee up the middle.
Ooh, I'll tell you, Simon, this close quarters fighting between these two, the elbows and the knees that are coming through, those are fight enders.
Yeah.
Fights end very quickly like that. And don't blink here, folks, because the way these guys are throwing and with the strength they're throwing with, the power, this thing could end immediately. Watch out.
Sylvester back at orthodox. Have been switching stances a little bit and then kicking off his stance switching is Chipfumbu. But Manengela, certainly an old pro, very wise to that. Tries the jumping switch kick, but Chipfumbu is just too quick out of the pocket. Comes back into it. Now they're fighting from significant range now. Nothing really huge landing in this round. Ending that combination with a nice inside leg kick was Chipfumbu. Again, they're both swinging away. Good head movement from both fighters, negating any kind of damage. Again, switching at body kick to a side kick up high from Manengela.
Back and forth, frenetic action here between Chipfumbu and Manengela. Both guys throwing just direct shots. Great technique on both sides. Not a lot of wildness. You just got a lot of aggression, a lot of explosiveness from both guys. Big right hand out of the clinch. Another one that's very, very tough to judge.
Yeah, it was a nice right elbow from Sylvester, but a good left hook from Manengela straight after it, though. Sindile looking home for his check left hook. Sylvester looking for the counter. Significant distance between both fighters at the end of the second round. Nothing really contentious, not much controversy in any of the judging because there's been so many finishes in the prelims. But one of these fighters has got to finish.
Those wild eyes there from Sindile Manengela. Sylvester Chipfumbu, both guys so focused. And I mean, this could be a turning point for both guys. That's the thing, you know. Picking up a win here is great for momentum. And it could lead to, like you said, Simon, opportunities overseas or here in the EFC to get a championship fight. You know, you got to get that win. You got to keep your momentum. Chipfumbu dumps him. Down goes Manengela.
Yeah, secured the double. And Sindile was doing as best he could to defend it, tried to use the neck, but he knew at that point he was going for a ride. And now it's Chipfumbu in side control. Let's not forget the wily jiu-jitsu that Sindile has off his back. But the wrestling and the top control from Sylvester Chipfumbu might just be that kryptonite. Chipfumbu lets go of the ankle picks. Manengela's framing up. Nice control from Sylvester Chipfumbu to take his opponent straight back down. Right in his corner now. You can see Chris Bright there calling out instructions to Sindile.
Yeah, with two guys like this, it's really hard to believe, Simon, that we will get a finish. I mean, they're just both so damn tough. And it's hard to put away guys like this. And I feel like the only way a fight like this ends is going to be by decision.
Yeah, so highly experienced. That's why you see such cagey affair when it comes to his feet. And Sylvester Chipfumbu's trying here as much to get some kind of damage on. He's got the ankle pick with his left hand, is using the right hand to control Sindile. Sindile's going to try and get it back up to his feet here, and he does. He's clinching up. He's controlling with the overhook on the left. Is Manengela now? He's looking for a takedown. He's dropping for the single, and he's got it. He's going to try and complete this takedown after getting back up to his feet. Took a couple of shots down the ground and pound from Sylvester. But Sylvester couldn't keep him on his back. Let's go over the single, does though. Sindile comes with a nice shot up the middle with the knee. Eats a nice right overhand elbow from Chipfumbu. And again, we're going for another ride.
Really, just real heavy on top here is Chipfumbu. We know Manengela has great bottom, though. I mean, if he can expose Chipfumbu, there could be something there. They teach this day in and day out. This is, you know, trained into Sindile Manengela. He spent so much time with a guy like Chris Bright that he's been in these situations. Chipfumbu is just really, really strong right now.
Yeah, he really is, and he's going to try and finish this round in this position. A nice shot to the ribs. Sindile's just controlling the back of the neck, preventing Sylvester Chipfumbu from posturing up and laying down on the ground and pound. Well, let's see what Sindile Manengela has got. Infamous Chris Bright Pasvajits. Always danger off his back, but just using his head is Sylvester Chipfumbu, preventing Sindile to really grab hold of anything. Again, controlling the back of the neck.
We got 90 seconds left here with Chipfumbu on top, and Manengela perhaps looking for something. He's going to have to throw up a Hail Mary. Like I said, you never know where the judges are going, and you cannot take anything for granted. And it looks like Chipfumbu's trying to finish right now. I mean, he's showing that urgency right now, Simon.
Trying to finish strong. A couple of shoulder barges. Going body head is Chipfumbu. He's singing up a little bit nicely here. Still relatively active off his back, though, is Sindile, but just keeping it tight on his top control. Here's Sylvester Chipfumbu. Nice head control. He's just got the overhook on the left to Sindile Manengela. But it's just not enough to try and shake his opponent off. Sindile needs to throw up a right, guys, see what he's got. But some nasty right elbows coming down for Chipfumbu. Sindile trying to fight off with a couple of shots off his back. A shoulder barge coming in again for Chipfumbu. He's got to be careful there's not a clash of heads there as he comes back down, going body head again. Here's the Gladiator from Guerrero. What does Manengela have off his back with just 20 seconds left? Very difficult to fight out his position with the kind of top control and that output of ground and pound that Sylvester Chipfumbu is finishing this round strong.
Yeah, and Chipfumbu's gotten better and better over the years, being able to keep this top control, staying very, very busy. Think the years that he was under DeMar Pena and what he learned, and now just rapid fire, trying to end this thing with a bang, trying to cinch up the round, and I think he did that easily. I like Chipfumbu on the decision, but it wouldn't surprise me because rounds 1 and 2 were very, very close. Simon, when you really think back on this, I know you don't like to make these calls, but who would you kind of edge it towards?
Definitely on the end by that third round, Sylvester. You also finished that end of that second round quite strong. I think the first round was a very cagey affair, but you could just perhaps edge it to Sindile. So I'll go 2 rounds to 1 for Sylvester Chipfumbu. There you go, that's my prediction. All the
Yeah,
fans
it's going to be close.
Well, you know, you tell me what you think, because it's all the fans who come at me on social media when you put me on the spot. Do you agree or not?
Yeah, and I agree. I think it's Sylvester. I think that's what it is. But I also love the aggressiveness that we saw from Sindile throughout the fight as well. I don't know. I mean, you know, if it went the other way, if it was a split decision, I wouldn't be unhappy about it. I felt like Sindile did a lot. He showed a lot more of aggression. But that last round, really, it kind of set it up for me. That's what it was for me, was that last round. And I think he did enough. Yeah. Let's find out who wins this thing. What a fight. Let's go to Khotso Bilal Ramopo.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard for a decision. The judges scored this contest 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28, declaring your winner by unanimous decision in the red corner, the Gladiator, Sylvester Chipfumbu.
Well, I'm here with the pride of Guerrero, Sylvester Chipfumbu, just bringing in Crew Swad here. Why are you bringing Len in here, Sylvester?
I'm bringing Len here because this man did a selfless act. He was supposed to get an op in November for his shoulder and his knee, but because of my training camp, he pushed it to December. You know, and this was his last fight as a coach, and this was our last ride. So I want to dedicate this fight to him and thank him for the hours that he put me through. Thank you, Coach.
Crew Len Swat, thank you for everything you've done for the combat sports scene throughout sub-Saharan Africa. Sylvester, let's move it to you. We've wanted to see you back in here for quite some time. You come up against a guy very dangerous and experienced in Sindile Manengela. What's going to happen in 2024? Please tell me we can expect to see you competing for a belt next year.
Hey, I really want to compete for the belt. I want to further my career, but to be honest, it's been a tough year, but I have my team to thank for. You know, they didn't think we'll make it as a small team, but guess what? We have one of the best bantamweights in Africa. We have the pound-for-pound best boxer. We have Dev, one of the best wrestlers. And I have the best team. I have young and upcomers that are in the EFC, that contenders don't want to fight. That just shows you what kind of team we have. We're still small, but we're coming there. And last thing, I want to say all the best to Dricus du Plessis for next year against Sean Strickland. Bring it on, baby. But hey, Dricus, your picks are shit, man. Your picks are shit. I know you bet against me. These people lose their houses because of you. All the best. Bring it on. Bring UFC to Africa.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Sylvester the Gladiator Chipfumbu.